I have officially been, my mind has officially been corrupted by watching all 3 seasons of a Netflix animated show called Big Mouth that I stumbled across last year by accident, and then started just watching all of it. And a couple days ago I found out that there's a season 3. Not only was there a season 3, but it was already all gone, and it was all done. So I binge watched it over the last couple of days, whatever. Now I'm done. As I said, my mind has officially been corrupted by the 3 seasons of this absolutely raunchy. Remember, Simpson's father or some daddy was like, what's that one? Another one. Anyway, those ones, they're not allowed to do anything because they're on, mainstream. Netflix, anything goes. And believe me, anything goes. In fact, some of the stuff they do on that show that features pubescent kids in middle school, so 12, 13-year-olds, whatever. But some of the stuff they've done, even I was like, you gotta fucking be kidding me, seriously. Some of the stuff I wouldn't even mention. One thing particularly that Netflix knows they cross the line big time, okay? They cross the line big time, and they do it like a fake disclaimer at the, oh my God, if Joe knew I was watching this, he would say it comes from Satan. He would say that show is out there just to totally corrupt you, Laura. Remember, my Joe doesn't believe in all the heaven hell stuff, but he believes in good archons and Anunnaki and all of that stuff. And it's evil, and Satan, even if he just doesn't believe in the whole heaven hell thing, but he definitely believes in evil and all of that. And that show's bad. I sit there and I'm like, why am I watching this? I think I'm gonna tell Joe. Joe tries to get me. He always gives me links to things he wants me to, important things that he wants me to watch on YouTube, and they're important shit. Do I watch them? No. That teach me about things that I'm going through or whatnot. Like, one of the things Joe says to me is, and it is true to a point, that I don't actually hate any individual. I hate the fucking system itself. So I'm wailing or crying or venting whenever, and your rage is towards the system itself. You're raging against the system, That's one of many of Joe's life lessons to me. And if you look at the bigger picture, of course I'm raging against the system itself, but that doesn't mean you can't hate individual people in that system, right? Don't have to behave the way they do they? No, they do not. They do not. We don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know. You may never know. You may never know. I could be out walking, get hit by a car, die. Oh, speaking of that, not of cars, but we're probably going to cut off. I watch way more news than I used to. I admit that, okay? So it could be in my head, but I'm gonna ask you guys. I could Google it, but I'm just putting it out there. It seems like there's been a lot of small craft crashes lately, helicopters and small planes. And I'm just wondering, is that true? Has that gone way up? Or am I just, is it just that I watch the news more than I ever did before and it hasn't gone way up? Or hasn't gone significantly up? But it just goes to show you, like I remember, I didn't like it either, it pissed me off. But remember, Donald and I are the same age, just like several days apart. Which should have been a warning sign anyway. Because for most signs, you don't. If you believe in that shit, most of the signs they say you don't go with your same sign, your same astrological sign, whatever that is. If I didn't know any better, I would say it was all planned because it was just so coincidental, weird, whatever, it doesn't matter. Hope pissed me off his mom because she's like, I'm on my way out and you and Donald aren't far behind. We're in our 40s, Hope. She had him when she was almost 30, so we're in our 40s, right? We're not even, don't compare us. She expressed sometimes jealousy. One time we were at the mall, and she was like, and I'm in my 40s again, and she's like, men, at least men still look at you. Yeah. Not as much as they used to. No, but I don't like that. Don't fucking be comparing us. You've lived your life. I'm in my 40s. Hope you're in your 70s. Anyhow, it doesn't matter because there was a recent air crash. I don't know if you guys heard of it. Small plane. I don't know how the one person survived, but he or she is in critical condition, burns and this, that, whatever, might not make it anyway. The pilot was experienced, and here's a kicker, he didn't make any distress call. So you gotta wonder, did he intentionally? I don't know. We don't know anything anymore. This world is fucked. Because why would you not make a distress call? Everyone's concerned about that. 5 people out of 6 dead. The pilot's dead. Mother and son are dead. This young sports reporter, female, who was actually the daughter-in-law of the coach. They were on their way to see a game, and to give credit to him or whatever, he went through with the game even though he just lost his daughter. Just heard that she died, and you see her on Inside. You see her the night on World News Tonight, but it was probably on both. I get them confused sometimes when I see them what, but it was probably on. But you see her doing her little thing the night before, doing a little sports newscaster thing, not knowing she was about to die, That's the thing. And then that young sports person or something, was he an athlete or whatever, but anyway, he's dead of pneumonia at age 34. People are saying, how do you get pneumonia that young? You don't usually, but my point being that anyone can go at any time. So hoping her little, well, I'm on my way out and you and Donald aren't far behind. We could die tomorrow and you could live to be 100, Hope, It's hard, for my mom. We all have, of course, but she's definitely aged a lot just over these past, everybody ages, everybody dies. And these young people, again, the sportscaster, you see her, it's eerie because she's all happy and doing her thing, whatever, not knowing that she was about to no longer be on this earth. Okay? But I am definitely puzzled, as are a lot of people, over you're going down, you're going to crash, and there's no distress signal at all. The pilot didn't notify anybody, Mayday, it didn't do anything. He didn't say a word. So did he do it on purpose? And will that one person survive and be able to tell, how did that one person survive? That's another thing. How do 5 people be dead? And this thing almost hit a post office. 3 people were injured on the ground. I mean, I just feel like we're hearing this a lot. Okay, so that was a plane, and then was it in Hawaii or something, the helicopter went down with 7 people and all 7 dead, and and then other ones I've heard recently. I just feel like I'm hearing it a lot. But again, that doesn't mean anything because, again, I watch news more than I ever did years ago, but I don't know. Google it. See if I'm right, if this is happening more often, and if it is, why is it? You know what I mean? Why? That's what I would like to know. If we find out that it is happening more often, these small crafts, 1-engine planes, the helicopter that holds only, if it's happening more, they're crashing, then why? Why?